What is up, Postal Besties? It is your girl Creole Barbie with USPS Blogs. If it's your first time visiting and you would like to become a Postal Bestie, be sure to slap a high five and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a beat when it comes to my uploads. Today, you guys, we are definitely going to be moving the mail. And what better way to move the mail than with our viewer? And push the clock. With that being said, it's a lot of things that I want to talk about. So let's get right into it. So some of the things I want to talk about first is that I got something in the mail. Now, some of you guys may or may not be familiar with it. So if you aren't familiar with it, one of the things that was received was the Postal Pulse survey. Now, they state that it is open now from April 8th to May 16th. And what this is that as a Postal Service employee, you are our greatest asset. Comment in the comment section below right now if you guys feel that we are the Postal Service greatest asset. And if so, comment why, because I feel like we are. However, at times, we all feel that we aren't valued and appreciated like we should be. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. As a Postal Service employee, you are our greatest asset, and our success depends on investing in your future. We are committed to being an employer of choice that hires, develops, additional resources for managers to encourage and equip them to use the survey results to enact positive change in the organization. While participation is voluntary, your feedback is critical to our success as an organization. The results of the survey will help the Postal Service better support and engage with our employees. So, how to take the survey is that you have to have a Postal Service email address. You'll receive an electronic survey. If you don't have a Postal Service email address, you will receive a paper survey at your work location and time to complete it on the clock. For more information, go check out lightblue.usps.gov. Feature topics, click My HR. Under About Human Resources, click Postal Pulse Survey. Hey besties, if you're now watching this video and you enjoy the content and hadn't done so already, feel free to click that subscribe button for future content. Some of the things I want to talk about when Postal Pulse survey is, number one, is taking this survey really beneficial for employees. I myself took these surveys in the past, and you write down what you think the Postal Service could work on. However, ideally, you would want to think that it should help with the functioning of our jobs to make things run a lot more smoother and effectively. Comment in the comment section below if you feel like the Postal Pulse survey actually is listening to what employees have to say in order to make this organization great. Alright you guys, so because we are moving the mail, we are going to continue at a fast pace because we are not in overtime. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and get on some of the things that I've been keeping up with lately. As you guys may or may not know from prior videos, we talked about USPS losing billions, as well as some of the contributing factors to why USPS lost $9 billion within the past few years. However, today I'm going to talk about USPS actually saving money. There were a few things that USPS implemented which helped them save already $2.2 billion. Now, one of the things that they did was annual transportation cost reduction. Other things that they did in order to save money was cutting staff work hours by 50 million and closing unnecessary facilities that has generated $2.5 billion in annual savings. So I, for a fact, have witnessed this as well. Although it's super weird because a lot of times the USPS do have buildings that they lease. At times, they can lease the buildings from 2 years to 5 years. So as to why I'm not really big on working at new facilities because of that reason. A lot of times I like to go to facilities that has been open for a while. When you go to a new facility, you are risking being under a lease terms. If that building is leased, they say if they only have like a 1 to 3 year lease, that 3rd year lease is up and don't renew that lease, and you'll be forced to relocate to a different location. And that happened a lot in the past. So that's a really good thing that USPS is now implementing changes. These changes were actually put in place on April the 1st of this year when it comes to the transportation reduction, as well as the workforce, as well as seeing buildings. So I'm really excited to see exactly these changes are going to continue to help the Postal Service save money. Because, honey, when I tell you we were drowning, we are definitely drowning. But because we are moving the mail as always, I gotta go ahead and speed the process up. So let's continue. Last but not least, I want to talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk wants to leave politics because he's tired of the attacks from the left. So let's go ahead and dive deep and see exactly what is going on when it comes to Elon Musk and what prompted him to making this decision. So Elon Musk is reportedly set to leave his government role because he's tired of what he sees a litany of vicious and unethical attacks from the left. According to a report from the Washington Post, it remains unclear when Musk will depart as head of the Department of Government Efficiency. His special government employee status will expire at the end of next month. A person familiar with his thinking told the Post that Musk thinks that his work at Doge won't be diminished because of his departure. Nothing that staffers have already established themselves across a slew of federal agencies. But speculation of Musk's possible departure comes as his influence in the administration appears to wane. The New York Times reported last week the acting commissioner of the IRS was being replaced after Treasury Scott Bessent complained that Musk had his preferred candidate installed without Bessent's support. Musk has also annoyed other cabinet members by failing to coordinate with them in cost-cutting moves. Meanwhile, Wedbush securities analyst Dan Ives has said that Musk should leave his government role and once again focus his efforts on Tesla, arguing that the company is facing a code red moment. Alright, you guys, so comment in your comment section below. How do you feel about Elon Musk leaving? Do you think that the changes that were made to help incorporate USPS to cost-cutting measures will be diminished? I know that DeJoy actually asked for his help with some of the financial troubles that the Postal Service was facing in those times prior to him leaving himself. Comment, do you think that these changes will stay effective or not? Share your thoughts below. As far as how I feel about Elon Musk leaving, I feel like it might be for the better. Who knows? I just hope that things change and get better. From the looks of it, when it comes to the saving money portion, things are seemingly slightly getting kind of better. One thing that I do dislike right now is the fact that when they say that they cut the workforce reduction, it's not a good thing, because cutting the workforce reduction, meaning that we have to do the job of 2 or 3 people are getting burnt out. So if they can find a way to implement workforce without reducing it drastically, I think that'll be something that is more effective. If you hire enough people to get the jobs done at a timely manner, I think it will actually help the Postal Service save more money, because they won't be losing money when it comes to late transfer troubles that the Postal Service was facing during those times prior to him leaving himself, because they won't be losing money when it comes to late transportation. Every time these trucks come and these dispatchers are late, that costs the post office money. When people are sending in first-class postages and these first-class postages are not getting out at a timely manner, that costs the post office money. So workforce reduction could be a good and a bad thing, but in my opinion, it's a double-edged sword. you're gaining something, but you're giving up something. And at times, when you always have to give up something to gain something, it might not be for the best interest. So therefore, you guys, that is that on moving the mail. Comment in the comment section below if you guys have any topics that you want to bring up for our next segment of moving the mail. Love you guys as always.